Do you not perceive that the truest power lies in a heart untainted by flaws? Purity is the essence of might, the only fortress that stands unshaken. Those free of imperfection know no dread, for every blemish is a crack in the soul's armor. The bluster of aggression, wielded to mask vulnerability, is a hollow veil. It cannot shroud what is already dust. Strength fades when you imagine a foe, for to strike is to confess your own fragility. To harbor belief in adversaries is to cradle weakness close, and what falters cannot align with the divine's intent. That which resists the divine becomes its shadow. Feared as a rival force, how bizarre this inner skirmish grows, this clash against your own reflection. You'll come to see every tool of fault as a blade turned inward, a threat you must battle and diminish. You'll convince yourself of triumph, only to swing again. Fear stalks what you assail, as surely as affection blooms for what you behold as pure. The one who treads lightly, unburdened by flaws, follows a path lit by love. That radiance walks. Beside them, a shield against terror, revealing only the unmarred who wield no weapons stride forth in splendor, chin lifted, unshaken by darkness. The pure are untouchable, for their clarity is assured flame. Nothing they gaze upon carries venom, for their vision of truth dissolves the mirage of harm. What once seemed a thorn now glows in their light, freed from shadow and dread, welcome back to love's embrace. They wield love's vigor because they see the stainless. Every misstep fades, unseen. Who seeks splendor finds it in the pure, where else could it dwell? Let no petty distractions drag you into smallness. Guilt holds no allure for the clear-hearted. Picture the joyous expanse you roam, truth your steady companion. Don't trade this boundless realm for a fleeting pang of fault or a whisper of shame's pull. Would you toss aside the eternal for these flickering diversions? Your calling rises far above them in a pristine space where trifles vanish. Your purpose clashes with anything petty and thus with imperfection itself. Let us not allow triviality to lure the divine's child into snares. Their radiance transcends it, vast and timeless as the stars. Don't let the ticking clock blur your view of them. Abandon them not to tremble alone in their trials, but lift them beyond into the glow they embody. Your purity paves their way, safeguarding your own light. For who can bask in their brilliance, yet notice the frail and fleeting? Who can quiver in a trembling world and still feel heaven's warmth upon them? Everything you see is woven into you. Gaze upon it with kindness and glimpse heaven's spark within. Through gentle amnesty, the world will gleam, and what you once deemed flawed will reveal itself as sacred. How wondrous it is to wander, cleansed and joyful, through a weary land your purity redeems. What could you treasure more? Here lies your liberation, your unshackling, and it must be whole for you to claim it. The clash of convictions, the divine's echo stirs in a tranquil spirit. It cannot pierce a soul at odds with itself, for a mind in turmoil forgets the eternal calm. Tools of strife breed no peace, and what the belligerent cling to is not love. Strife thrives only where victory is prized. Inner discord proves you trust in the ego's fleeting crown. Surely you sense it wages war with the divine. It claims no rival, yet clings fiercely to the notion of one it must topple and believes it will. Don't you see that to battle yourself is to challenge the divine? Can triumph even be imagined? And if it could, would you crave such a hollow prize? The divine's end, were it possible, would be your own unraveling. Is that a win? The ego marched ever toward ruin, convinced it can best you. The divine knows otherwise. This isn't war, just a wild notion that the divine's will can be stormed and cast down. You might cling to this delusion, but it remains a fevered dream. Fear reigns amid chaos, seeming to usurp love's throne. Such is the strife's aim. To those who deem it real, its weapons feel solid. Rest assured, the divine and the ego you in it can never truly meet. You cross paths in fleeting, strange pacts built on sand. Your convictions circle the body, the ego's fragile throne, which you mistake for yours. You collide in error, misjudging your own worth. The ego fuses with a phantom you both uphold. Yet phantoms don't unite. They mirror each other, dissolving into naught. Their union is a void. Two are as empty as one or a legion. The ego joins with nothing, being nothing. Its quest for conquest is as hollow as itself. Friend, the struggle within nears its close. The journey ends in stillness. Will you not embrace the calm offered here? This foe you've sparred with, an invader of your peace, transforms before you into its giver. Your adversary was the divine, to whom strife and victory are strangers. The divine cherishes you wholly, endlessly. The child of the divine warring with their maker is as absurd as a river raging at the rain, declaring it no longer kin. Could a river decree this and make it so? Nor can you decide what joins you and what splits apart. This inner war sought to convince the divine's child they are not themselves, not their parents' own. For this, the divine's memory must fade. It blurs in the body's fleeting dance. And if you see yourself as flesh alone, you'll believe it's lost. But truth doesn't forget itself, and you've not lost who you are. Only a warped echo, a wish to outshine your essence, forgets. This strife is but a duel of shadows, vying to differ, each believing the victor becomes real. Truth faces no such contest, nor do these shades differ, neither hold substance. Their shape matters not, what birthed them is unhinged, and they remain its spawn. Madness poses no threat to reality, nor sways it. Illusions can't best truth or menace it, and the reality they deny lies beyond them. What you recall is part of you. You are as the divine shaped you. Truth doesn't wrestle illusions, nor do they defy it. Shadows clash only with themselves, splintered and scattering. Truth stands whole, beyond their grasp. You'll reclaim what you know when you see conflict's futility. One shadow may spar with another, but their fray changes nothing. No champion rises, no crown is won. Truth glows apart, serene in the divine's peace. Strife demands two powers. It can't spark between one force and a void. Nothing you could strike isn't you. To lash out crafts twin mirages of yourself, locked in feud. This happens whenever you view the divine's works with anything but love. Conflict breeds fear, its cradle and its spark. Yet what springs from nothing can't claim reality through war. Why litter your life with battles against yourself? Let this folly unravel and turn in stillness to the divine's memory. Ever bright in your calm heart, watch how the clash of shadows fades when bathed in truth. It feels real only while seen as a war of rival truths, one to reign truer, the other humbled as less. Thus, strife pits mirage against mirage, one hailed as king, the other scorned. Here, the divine stays forgotten, yet no illusion can storm their home or banish them from what they cherish. What they love rests forever tranquil, their sanctuary. You, beloved of them, are no mirage holy and real as they are. The quiet certainty of them and you is home to both, united, not apart. Open their sacred door and let mercy erase every trace of fault that keeps the divine exiled, their child beside them. You're no stranger in the divine's abode. Greet your kin in the haven where the divine placed them in peace, dwelling together. Illusions fade where love resides, guarding you from all untruth. You rest in boundless peace, all granted to those who recall them. The guide spirit hovers over their home, certain its calm endures. How could the divine's haven turn inward, seeking to oust its keeper? Imagine what unfolds when their house splits, the hearth vanishes, the glow dims, the sanctuary becomes a den of flaws. Only shadows linger. Illusions bicker, their shapes clashing to prove one truer. They meet only themselves. Truth, gazing on itself, grows. War births fear, swelling to rule. Peace cradles love, yearning to spread. Where one thrives, the other flees. So the divine's memory dims in minds turned illusion's arena. Yet beyond this chaos it shines, ready when you choose peace. The rules of discord can be unveiled, though never grasped. Such edicts defy sense, lying beyond reason's reach. Yet they loom as hurdles to clarity and truth. Let's peer at them steadily, seeing past their haze, knowing what they are, not what they pretend to uphold. Their purpose to sow nonsense and assault the real must be laid bare. Here are the tenets steering the world you've spun. They rule nothing, need no defiance. Simply observe them and step beyond. The first rule insists truth bends for each soul. It claims every spirit stands apart, clutching private thoughts that sever them from others. This sprouts from a belief in ranked illusions, some prized higher, thus truer. Each carves this ladder for themselves, proving it by trampling what another holds dear. This feels fair, for values clash, making their bearers strangers, even foes. Consider how this muddies the first law of wonders. It sets tiers of truth among falsehoods, implying some are tougher to dispel. Were it clear all are equal in faults, you'd see wonders touch them all. Any slip can be mended, being unreal. Brought to truth, not each other, they vanish. No shard of nothing resists truth more than another. The second rule, cherished by flaw's devotees, declares all must stumble, earning scorn and ruin. Tied to the first, it demands errors reap punishment, not healing. Destroying the errant one sets them beyond repair or mercy. Their deed becomes a final verdict, one even the divine can't lift. Faults can't be erased, for the divine's child can blunder into doom. Ponder what this does to the bond between parent and child. They seem sundered forever. One must condemn, the other be damned. Now they're foes. Their tie turns to rivalry, as the child's fragments meet only to clash, not merge. One weakens, the other rises through their fall. Fear of the divine in each other feels rational. Forged by the child's deeds against both dot, the arrogance of these rules shines here. They dare to dictate what the divine must be, think, and accept how they must react, believing it so. Number, need to ask them if it's true. The child decrees it, leaving them to nod or err. This births the third wild claim, making discord endless. If the divine can't err, they must swallow their child's view of themselves and despise them for it. Thought see how this third rule cements fear of the divine. They become the cause of woe unreachable in anguish. Nor can rescue lie in the child. Every piece at war with them, righteous in its fury. Conflict locks in, beyond the divine's reach. Salvation turns impossible, the savior now, the foe. No. Freedom, no flight remains. Atonement fades to fable, and retribution, not mercy, becomes the divine's will. From this root, no aid blooms, only collapse awaits. The divine seems to back it, crushing their child. Don't think the ego will guide you free. It's this path's warden, spurning what it craves. The ego hoards what it snatches. This sparks. The fourth rule: what you hold, you've stolen. Another's loss is your gain, blind to how you rob yourself. All prior rules feed this. Foes don't share freely, nor trade what they prize. What they hide must be precious, veiled from you. Madness unfurls here, the foes strengthened by hoarding your rightful due. You're just rage for what's withheld. There's certain loss to save you. The guilty plead innocence forced to strike by a cunning rival, they'd have been kind. In a brutal world, the gentle perish, so they must seize or be stripped. A vague riddle lingers. What's this hidden gem, this buried prize, wrested from a sly enemy? It's what you crave yet never grasp. Now you see why it's stolen, tucked where you'd never look. Their flesh, a cloak for their shame, holding what's yours. Their frame must fall, sacrifice for you to reclaim it. Their betrayal demands their end, so you may rise. You strike to shield yourself, but what do you seek that needs their fall? Are you sure your lethal blow is just without knowing why? Here, a final rule swoops in. There's a stand-in for love. This elixir cures your ache, the missing piece in your chaos, making it whole. It's why you must lash out, why vengeance fits. Behold the ego's prize, ripped from your kin's form, stashed in spite for its owner. They deny you this key to meaning. This love substitute, born of hate, is your rescue singular, unmatched. All bonds aim to snag it for yourself. Your grasp never completes. Your kin won't halt their counterblows for what you took. Nor will the divine spare their wrath, mad for this false love, slaying both. You who tread in reason, feet firm, in a world of sense, see these rules your clarity rests on. They brace your chosen heaven's mimic. Their aim is clear. They're built for this. Asking their meaning is moot, their madness is tools. Are you sure their end isn't lunacy? No one seeks madness, nor grips it if they see it plain. What guards it is the lie it's true. Insanity swaps for reality, deemed real to be believed. If it's real, what was true becomes mad. This flip madness, sane illusions fact, hate love, ruin grace is discord's goal. These rules twist the divine's laws, chaining love to let flaws roam. They don't seem chaotic by this reversal. They ape order. How could they not? Chaos lacks rules, but to be trusted, its laws must feel real. Their mad aim must pass as sane. Fear, pale and blind, ascends love's seat, its dying usurper, the savior from saving. How grandly these fear laws gild ruin. Praise the throne's hero who traded the divine's child for dread and dust. Yet how can such rules hold sway? A strange trick makes it so one-off seen yet powerless. In dreams where shades star, it looms mighty. No chaos law forces faith save by prizing shape over essence. None who call one true grasp what it says. Some shapes seem to matter, that's all that. Can some ruin not spell doom? Can any strike be love? What curse blesses? Who finds rescue in a powerless savior? Don't let attack skies fool you. You can't harm and be healed. Who flees attack by turning inward? What form this madness takes doesn't shift its aim your ruin, not your friend. You'd swear you shun these wild rules, acting not on them, Look closer, they're unbelievable. Yet, friend, you buy them. How else do you see their shapes with such weight? Can any hold water? You trust them for their look, not their core unchanging, yet unseen. Can you doll up a husk, cloak it in charm, and call it alive? Can you rest easy with a lie you're whole? Life dwells only in heaven. Where the divine sparked life, there it thrives. Beyond heaven, life's a mirage, at best a mimic, at worst a grave. Both misjudge what isn't life, equal in folly. Life outside heaven can't be. What's not there is nowhere. Beyond only illusion strife stands absurd, baseless, yet seen as heaven's wall. Illusions are shells. Their heart's never true. Discord's rules bind all illusions. Their shapes vie, letting you rank some higher. Yet each roots in the belief chaos mimics order as all do. Each testifies these rules hold. Gentler attacks still swear it, their sting is sure. Illusions breed fear by what they imply, not their mask. Doubt in love, in any guise, crowns chaos king. From faith in flaws, trust in discord flows. It seems a sound leap, a neat step in thought. The path to chaos tracks from its seed. Each step's a new mask in truth's undoing, plunging deeper into fright, farther from real. No steps lighter, no return simpler. All the fall from heaven lies in each. Where your mind begins, there it lands, friend. Don't take one stride toward that abyss. One step blinds you to the rest, they'll chase you. Any attack sets your foot on that crooked stair from heaven. Yet any moment, this can unravel. How do you know your path? Easy, how do you feel? Is calm yours? Are you sure of your way, certain heaven's mirror? If not, you roam solo. Ask your guide to join, granting sureness of your road, redemption without. Yieldn't you miss some guises attack wears? If any strike wounds you as much as any you spot, you don't always see pain's root. Every blow cuts the same, its aim never shifts. Its sole drive is ruin, what form cloaks the guilt and terror it stirs. One might mask it with grins, yet they'll quake in dreams where grins fade and intent hunts them still. None dream of ruin and dodge its weight. If the goal's dust, what's the shape matter? Is ruin, however soft or kind it seems, a gift the divine's voice sings through you to your kin? The wrapper doesn't forge the offering. A pretty void gently given stays empty. Giver and taker soon see through it. Deny mercy to your kin, and you whelm them. You offer not, reaping only what you gave. Redemption bends to no half measures. To bend is to clutch part of your desire, tossing the rest. Redemption yields nothing, it's whole for all. Let compromise creep in, and its aim blurs unseen. It's spurned where half measures rule, for they claim rescue's impossible. They teach you can nick a little, love a little, and tell them apart. Can partial sameness stay whole? Does that hold water? This way is simple, it bows to no trade-offs. Yet it feels steep to those who think deals work. They miss that, if so, redemption's a strike. The belief it can't be won't cradle quiet certainty, it's here. Mercy can't be doled in bits. Nor can you jab at this, adore that, and grasp mercy. Wouldn't you want to spot any raid on your calm, keeping it ever clear, never lost? Guard it not, and it shines on. Those who think calm need swords, bat blows defend it, can't feel it within. How could they? Can they pair mercy with the notion some ruin saves their peace? Would they admit their brutal aim turns on them? None ally with foes or share their intent. None trade with a rival without loathing them for what's kept. Don't mistake a pause for peace or deals for freedom from strife. To shed conflict, it must end. The gate's wide. You've quit there. Fray, you haven't lingered, hoping it's done as shots hush and death's chill fades. No refuge lies in a war zone. You can watch it from above, safe, untouched. Within, no haven holds. No standing tree shields you. No illusion of safety defies faith in ruin. Here the body teeters torn between connections pull and the mad. Urge to wreck and fade. Does ruined shape offer shelter? Can guilt flee a battlefield? Beyond the fray linger not in strife, for no war lacks a blow. Fear of the divine is fear of life, not dust. Yet they're the sole refuge. In them no strike lands, no illusion haunts heaven. Heaven's wholly true, no rift enters, what's one can't clash. You're not urged to fight your ruinous itch, but you're asked to see its shape hides the same aim. That's what you fear, not its cloak. What isn't love is ruin. What lacks love must strike. Every illusion assaults truth, bruising love's essence by seeming its peer. What rivals truth yet differs. Ruin and love can't blend. If both hold, they'd merge, indistinguishable. So they seem to those who see the divine's child as flesh. Flesh apes not its maker. What's lifeless isn't the child of life. Can flesh span the cosmos? Can it craft and mirror what it births? Can it give all it is without loss? The divine shares no role with flesh. They gave creation to their child, for it's theirs. It's not flawed to think the child's task is ruin, that's madness. What's one has no split role. Creation extends the divine. What's theirs is their child's. Either both are ruiners or neither. Life crafts not dust, birthing like itself. Your bond's gentle glow mirrors the divine's love. It can't yet bear the sacred task they gave their child, for your mercy to your kin lags, unspread to all. Each ruin or blow you still chase. Unseeing its truth caps the healing and wonders you could share. Yet the guide's spirit knows how to swell your small gifts into might. It grasps how your tie rises above the fray, no longer there. Your part, see ruin in any guise, isn't your will. Overlooking the fray is your aim. Rise up and from on high, scan the field. The view shifts. Amid it, it feels real. You've joined it, chosen ruin. Above, wonders, not ruin, beckon. This lens shows the fight's a ghost, easily shed. Flesh may clash, but form's din means not. It ends when you see it never began. How can a fight be nothing if you dive in? How can wonder's truth shine if ruin's your pick? When the urge to strike clouds your mind with doom, recall you can view it from above. Even in guises you miss, signs flare a pang, a twinge, a piece lost, innovis. When they hit, don't flee your perch, but pick a wonder over ruin. The divine in heaven's beams will lean to you, lifting you. You've stayed where they'd have you. No illusion can dent their peace with their child. Dost see none from the fray, you'd gaze from nowhere. No anchor to weigh what you see, only flesh could strike or ruin. If that's your aim, you're one with it. Only a shared aim unites, and those aligned have one mind. Flesh alone has no aim, solitary. Below, it's unscalable. Above, its bounds on the warring fade, unseen. Flesh splits the divine from the heaven they made. Their child, it's aimless. Ponder what's given those who share the divine's will, knowing it's theirs. They lack for nothing. Sorrow's unthinkable. Only the light they adore fills them. Love ever aglow. It's their past, now and always same, whole, shared. They know their joy can't shift. Maybe you think the fray offers gain. Can it yield perfect calm? Love so vast, no doubt, grazes your certainty, lasting ever. Those with the divine's might in their grasp never dream of war. What could they win but perfection's loss? All fought for below is flesh's its gifts, or spoils. None who know they have all seek limits or crave flesh's scraps. Conquest's folly glares from the still sphere above. What rivals everything? What offers less yet lures more? Who, held by the divine's love, finds choosing wonders? Over ruin tough,